Everybody, Chris and Lumen here, and it's time to get serious. She's got a new project, and what we're going to do is the first of what will probably be a few different assisted attunement videos so that you can build your connection to Epinoia a much better. And we can assist you through this video process in pushing past the things that are trying to block it from happening. So this just came up this morning. She wanted to do, we just finished the video itself and it came out awesome. It was a great idea. And we're going to explain how it works here in this video. So if you want to know more, then don't go away. So let me explain how this is going to work. We're going to be using a mixture of visuals, quantum windows, and divine names, like the 72 names of God, the 42-letter name of God, which are her matrix programs, so to speak. But a little background as far as like these names of God go. I first came across them through a Gallery Magic book called The 72 Sigils of Power. Now, back then, when I was still mucking around in the magic community, looking at stuff, it was pretty much mostly stuff that she was guiding me to. It was not a popular book. Most people didn't understand it. Most people didn't feel anything from it. They had no interest in it. And here's why. The more solidly you are locked into the ego mind, which is the negative mind, the mask, those won't work for you. The more that mask breaks down, the deeper your connection becomes to her, then all of a sudden you're drawn to them. Then all of a sudden you start to understand their kind of like coded descriptions that are in the book because she's explaining them to you. Then you start to understand which ones to use for what or what not. But what's getting in the way from those working for most people is that ego that ego mind entity mask that you grew up in. So what we're going to do is temporarily bind it using the Benedict exorcism, which is technically what it's designed for. So we're going to go through, when you go into this video, which is not this video, but we'll post it. First, we're going to make it, we're going to put it in the description box and the comment section of this video. And it'll be unlisted for a while. But that means you can still save the link and things like that. But what we do is we first set up the camera, quantum window style, just focused on my Sophia Father Shrine. And we explain it. We explain how in order to do this, in order to make it work, you're going to need help shutting down the thing that is blocking you from her. So we can do that temporarily using the quantum window. Then you can go further into the video, follow the steps, and connect to her. So in the video, we go through, we show the sigil key that she came up with. There are more that apply to her, but these are the three that we're focused on here. So you got the 42-letter name of God on the outside, and you've got 3 names on the inside. These 3 names have to do with asking for your teacher, connecting to truth, and guidance. So 3 main things that she does. So once we explain the quantum window, we will then go into 3 rounds of the Benedict exorcism, and you're going to focus on receiving it. Like, just concentrate on like whatever is resisting your connection to her dissolving. And then we also explain like, okay, once we get to the actual video part where you're connected, we explain like you're going to scan this outer ring 3 times with your eyes, kind of like dialing a phone. And then you're going to scan the 3 names from right to left. All these instructions are in the video, so you can't mess it up. So once we get done with the quantum window in the Benedict clearing, let's just use the term clearing. It seems less weird. To open you up to it, then you just follow along with the video. Now, we would suggest this would be a lot better if you have the opportunity to be home alone. I would try this once during the day. I would try it once during night. But the less distractions you can have, the better. If you can make the room darker, better. And I would suggest, if possible, if you've got YouTube and all that stuff hooked up to your TV, like we do these days, playing it on your TV. So you got the biggest screen, the highest resolution, and sit in front of it. I've done this before. It seems to have a pretty big effect. But if all you can do is go into your room and use your smartphone, that'll work too. Just giving you some options here. So it's going to guide you on what to do, how to scan the letters, and then once you've done all the scanning, you're just going to look through it. There's little things to help you with this. And then it's going to be playing some music that you've probably heard me use with the quantum window before. And the sigil slowly fades as an image of her starts to form in this purple liquid light type stuff. It'll remind you to try and feel it through your heart. And then once the sigil is completely faded, it'll say, "Speak to me." Now you can speak to her from the heart and make your request to connect to her, to be taught by her, to be guided by her in your own words. And all this apparatus is just to help you with your set and setting, giving you actual tools to help shut, the first tool we have to do it, we shut down the resistance. And then the other thing is we basically give you the phone number or the IP address to dial into her. And then you just make your connection like that. And we've messed with video things like this before, and they do work. Now, you should not have to do these over and over. You don't have to do these every time you connect to her, but if you make the first 1 or 2 times that you do it, take it very seriously, like you have to actually want it, then it's going to have a pretty big effect. But we have to connect to her first. We have to connect to Epinoia first. Then, when she tells me to, we can make a different one, which probably won't be too long. But we can make a different one using different names to connect to your Lumen. That way you can start just building the quantum entanglement connection. That doesn't mean she's going to pop out right then. I mean, who knows? Maybe she will. Like, everybody's different. But you're building the connection to it. In the way we've got the video set up with the colors and stuff like that, it's all going through Sophia. So it's a pretty good system. Well, I watched it myself already. I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting to see what people get from this. But the way that she suggested me doing it, using the quantum window and then us doing the Benedict exorcism, because we can do it, and then thus freeing the resistance to you being able to access those names, should be pretty powerful. Should go a long way to helping you connect to her. And then you'll be able to hear and pick up more stuff as you're watching the videos where we're sitting in front of this. And then she's going to start talking to you more. When you're off just doing your own thing, you're going to start seeing more synchronicities. You're going to be having songs pop up on the radio that have a certain feel. Remember, you always, like, this is what's popping into my head. In Ghostbusters, they got the little meter with the arms like, like, oh, there's a ghost around. Well, with her, it's feeling. Like when you see these things happen, there'll be a feeling. You will feel no. You'll know with your heart, not your intellectual mind. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And then we'll go on, and then we can go on to going back to some of the other stuff that she wants to cover. But after we get this video all up and done, these 2 videos, then she basically wants me to get off my ass and list the freaking pendants. I got a giant pile of them sitting on my sitting on my couch right now. But yeah, I got another subject, but I don't want to like clutter this one with too many subjects. We made a big loop breaker thing last night. We're seeing how that goes, because we got like 1 more day of retrograde, and then things should start. This time period that we've been in, like there should be some big like expansion happening, something, because it's been crazy. The eclipse, the Scorpio moon yesterday, which really set me for a loop. The Mercury retrograde, a lot of things are being changed.
All right, hey. All right, good job, guys. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's just take a day.
A lot of things are being changed. So before I jump into talking about the the loop breaker stuff, because I basically had to write a program for that too and put it in the oil. We'll just keep it right now with the main focus. The thing that you need most, the thing that you need first, is to build your connection to her, to Epinoia, your teacher, your spirit of truth, and your guide. She's the one that directs you to everything else. She's the one you need the most. Okay? So, yeah, after this, just go ahead and either look in the comments or look in the description box below, and then you can find that video. I mean, it's okay to just kind of look at it at first, but don't set the intention of actually doing it until you can set it up and be uninterrupted and actually really focus on what you're doing. All right. So if you want to contact us, it's clumencreations.etsy.com. It's where we have our store and everything. Chris and Lumen. See you next time.